Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today's violin lesson will be an explanation of how to play tenths. Tenths are quite a wide interval, and I want to say up front that if you're new to tenths, take it slow because you're really going to be stretching your hand, your left hand, and you might even consider starting practice with a smaller size instrument. If you're playing a full-size violin, try it with a 3/4 size violin. Just give your hands a chance to adapt to this new exercise. So with tenths, we're dealing with two different aspects. One is we've got minor tenths and major tenths. Major, obviously, half step higher. They're risky. Very careful playing. I just don't play major tenths in first, second position. I'll start in third position. I'll find other ways to maybe play in the higher positions if there's a major tenth. Minor tenths I can handle in the low positions. The other aspect is if you're playing a series of tenths in a row, they're not all going to be the same shape. Some will be major tenths, some will be minor tenths, and as you're going through it, you're going to have to make adjustments in your fingers. One finger will move more than the other. Obviously, we're just using the first and fourth finger. So, as an example, I have a very famous series of tenths here in the 24th Caprice of Paganini, the variation 6, the second half of it. I'll show you how this works. We start out with a major tenth, but only in this case, of course, we're playing open A and C sharp. Now, the next tenth is B to D, and that's a half step on top, whole step on bottom. So this is a minor tenth, so it's pretty comfortable for my hand. The next one, we're going up a whole step with both fingers, C sharp and E. Okay, that's so far so good. It's pretty straightforward. But now, the next one, we're going to go up a half step. We're still good. So we went a whole step and then a half step, both fingers moving the same. The next one, we're going to move a whole step. See, so far, so good. No problems. Okay, now I'm playing E and G. The next tenth is an F natural and A. That means the first finger moves a half step, the fourth finger moves a whole step. To accomplish this, I'm going to help myself a little come around. There it is. Yeah, I have a tendency I move the E a little too much. It's actually a lot easier to just play it and not talk about it. When you start talking about it, you lose your concentration. So let me do it again. We got E. It's a minor tenth. There it is, going to F, A, major tenth. The next is, again, whole step, both fingers, playing A and C sharp. Now the next one, I'm going to actually, this is of course a major, not a problem at this position. The next one's a minor tenth, and the fourth finger moves a half step, the first finger moves a whole step. So we come up to it. I've lost myself in the music. Let me try it again. There's the E. See, it's easier to play it than to describe it. So I think you get the idea. Practice slowly. Be aware. Half steps and whole steps, they're not always the same. Whenever we have a tenth that moves either both a half step, both fingers a half step, both fingers a whole step, a lot easier. You have to also be aware as we go up the violin, all the distances get closer. For tenths, that's wonderful. But you got to use your ear. Just keep your ear. I've pre-recorded a few excerpts for you to give you some demonstration of how the tenths are used by the great composers. I recorded, I think, 5, Wieniawski, Paganini, Brahms, and you see, you'll find it all through the repertoire. There's not a lot, but Paganini has the most. So I'll play those excerpts for you now, and then I'll come back for a final few words. there you go. You see kind of crazy stuff we try to do on violin, those of us who really like, playing the concertos and Paganini. So I highly encourage you, if you have interest in this, to practice this kind of material and go slow. And if you're fortunate enough to have a high-level teacher, they can help you, show you some different fingering combinations so that you don't risk hurting your hand. But otherwise, I hope this video is helpful for you to give you some ideas. Between this, I've also made videos of fingered octaves, which are another you got to stretch your hand out gently with those, and of course the 1/4 octaves, I did a video on that one also. So I hope you like this and enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on the next video.